Well, 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 here we are. It's another Friday night. If it's Friday night, it must be the Vinyl Revival Friday Night Quiz, which we now do every Friday, don't we, Pen?
We certainly do.
We certainly do. So I'll just leave this on the screen for a little while, just to get you all in the right frame of mind. This is the 80s quiz tonight. So it's all about the decade of the 80s. So there's a few things just to get the old brain cells going there. So Dirty Dancing, the band Japan, a nice picture of a VW Golf by the looks of it, which was one of my dream cars. The Kraftwerk in the middle there. I don't know what that's. Oh, mobile phone that is. Yeah. So there's Kylie. So we'll get underway in a second or two. Just let everybody join because it's going to be popping up on their Facebook and on their phone and in their notifications. So we'll let everybody join, and then we'll just go through the rules and the format of the quiz. So hope you're ready for tonight's quiz. Hope you've got your brain cells working now that you've seen all those pictures. And we'll cut to me. Hello. For those of you who don't know me, we've got some newcomers on tonight, I've seen in the comments. So welcome to our newcomers. We do have a lot of regulars on this quiz. So we'll do some shout outs in a short while, but welcome the newcomers. So if the regulars can give them a nice warm welcome with the heart symbol, that would be lovely. So if you want to do that you can do that now. And we'll get underway in a short while. So I'll go through the what will I go through, Pen? I'll go through
the rules.
The rules.
You need to say that people need a pen and paper.
Yes.
Don't they?
So I put a picture of a pen and paper on the screen because this is you don't have to get another device and go on Kahoot and whatever, and you don't have to sort of type it in the comments because effectively you're playing against each other. So what you'll need is a pen and paper, and we trust you to keep your own scores. So if you write your answers down on a pen and paper, you'll have plenty of time to get that because I'll go through the format of the quiz, and you'll then be able to write your answers down, and then we'll go through the answers and you can give us your score afterwards. We'll come to that in a short while. So back to me. So I got my Back to the 80s t-shirt on in honour of tonight's quiz. Penny is busy scribbling down with Margaret's pen all the names of people who are all being nice to each other and saying hi. So this is a drinking quiz, by the way. So cheers everyone. It's Friday night. We've all had a pretty hard week, no doubt, either been cooped up in our houses, or if you're key workers, cheers to you, and thanks for all that you do. So all the emergency services and teachers and teaching assistants, my colleagues in Royal Mail, and all the other key workers out there who are helping keeping the country going at the moment, and the NHS obviously deserves a special mention. So thank you to all of the key workers. We will get back onto the format of the quiz now, which is 4 rounds. So round 1 is your pictures round, and this week we've done pictures before, which I will put on for the newcomers to have a go at in between the rounds. So we've done pictures of cars of the 80s. We've done pictures of music stars of the 80s as they appear now, just to make it a little bit harder. And I'll put those on in between the rounds for you to have a little go at, just for a bit of fun, really. But this week it is cartoons of the 80s. So there'll be pictures of cartoons, and we'll go through those, and hopefully everyone will have a fair chance of getting them. We're then going to do the general knowledge round, and after that it will be the music round, and then it will be the film and TV round, and we'll always end with the tiebreaker because it's always a popular thing to end by. So this quiz will go on for probably hour and a quarter to an hour and a half, depending. We do encourage you to put stuff in the chat and any funny comments. We had in the music round, one of the 80s quiz that we did a few months ago, we had a question about Rene and Renato, bizarrely, and one of the people on the quiz, a gentleman called Brian, fessed up that he actually played guitar for Rene and Renato, and was and back in the day he was on tour with them. So who knows? If any of you have got any sort of famous 80 stories, if you can top what Brian did, then we all want to hear about it, really. So, but I hope you're all safe and well. I hope you're all ready for tonight's quiz. Let's go through the prizes. So the prizes for tonight's quiz is coming up on the screen now. So here is your prize for tonight's quiz. Yes, you can see Jim there. He's sitting on the speedboat. That's not actually the prize, unfortunately. The prize we have found on the back seat of the ski boat right next to the skis there, and it's the solid gold trophy. Yes, it's our Vinyl Revival solid gold trophy, all the way from Birmingham's Jewellery Quarter. So last time we had Lisa who won. I'm not sure if Lisa's on this time, but she did ever so well. She only dropped about 2 or 3 points over the whole quiz, so she was pronounced Queen of the 80s that night. But as with all things, unfortunately, Lisa, they have to come to an end. So your name has been taken off the trophy, and it's now up for grabs for tonight's winner. So I'll cross over to my faithful sidekick and lovely wife, DJ Lady Penelope.
Hello everybody. Thank you all for joining us. And yes, I would say hello to you all on Facebook, on the messages, on the comments. But I'm a very slow typist, so I'll just say hello now. You can see lots and lots of regulars. So we've got Paula and Ethan.
Oh yes. Garvin is missing in action.
Can't make it. We've got Lynette, so I presume Perry's here as well. Phil, Julian, Scamp are with us.
Yes, Scamp did well in your quiz last week, as I recall. Indeed. Phil and Julie not so well, unfortunately, so they rely upon Scamp. If Scamp has a catnap, they're sunk really, unfortunately.
We've got Dave and Vicky.
Oh, Dave and Vicky, yes.
Joe the lady.
And Tim. Hopefully.
Yes, hopefully.
Yes.
Andy and Vanessa.
Hi, Andy, Vanessa. Hope life is treating you well in Tamworth.
Super Duper.
Oh, Super Duper did well, do you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Graziella.
And Graziella and Steve.
Right.
Yes, they're the ones who are fellow DJs.
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, hello. Colin and Stacey. No, it's Stacey's birthday.
Oh yes, of course. Yes.
Jane has reminded us.
Well done. Yes, I was going to do that in a moment. So let me do that now.
So,
and
happy birthday, Stacey.
Yes. Oh, indeed. Happy birthday. And I think Stacey's having some sort of a quiz party, as I recall. So yes, let's get on to that. Let's get on to the birthday shout-outs.
Well, shall I just very, very quickly say some... So we've got the two Margarets on.
The Scottish Margarets.
Yes. We've got Jane Cooper and Darren. We've got Claire and Mark. We've got Samantha and Daisy.
Oh, Daisy the dog, yes.
We have our friend Suzanne, who's been ably assisted by her dad tonight.
Oh, excellent. Oh, well, hopefully he remembers the 80s and can help. Yes. That's good.
We've got Daz and Twinks.
Oh, Twinks, yes. I remember Twinks. We thought Twinks was a cat, didn't we, for most of the quiz last time. Twinks is actually a person. It's his partner, so there we are.
Leslie and John, Dawn and Tony, Griff, and presumably Andrea as well.
Griff.
And lots of people. Sorry, there's so many.
There's so many of you. We'll be here all night.
We have people from all over the place. But I think the furthest away I've spotted is Marta from Barcelona.
Barcelona? Oh my goodness, we're going abroad now, are we?
Right.
Well, hello Marta from Barcelona. A special welcome to you. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Yes, welcome to everyone. I'm sorry I can't name you all, but...
Well, let's quickly do the birthday shout-out. So we know it's Stacey's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Stacey, and hope you're having a good evening and have got a nice glass of something fizzy. And it's not lemonade, so let's hope that that's the case. And if anyone else's birthday, we'll get on with round one, but Penny will keep a note of the birthdays, and we'll come back to the birthday shout-outs so that we can crack on with the quiz. So hopefully you've all got a pen and paper, you've all got a drink. Cheers again, by the way.
Cheers, everyone.
Penny says cheers. So, and just to remind you, it's write it down on a pen and paper without putting it in the comments. So, here we go. First round, pictures. Cartoons of the 80s. So, what I want to know is just the name of the cartoon, please. It's as simple as that. So, I will reveal 10 pictures, one at a time, and then I'll put them all on the screen in case you missed any, so that you can finalise your answers. So, here we go. Cartoon number 1 coming up. Just need the name of the cartoon, if you don't mind. And welcome to all our newcomers. Hope you enjoy this quiz. We do lots of these quizzes. A 70s quiz, an 80s quiz, We do a retro music quiz, which Penny does, and DJ Ozzy, when he's about, he does a rock music quiz, which was a couple of weeks ago, I think. Other than that, we do live streams on Saturday nights, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to do it in between the Discos for Grown-Ups one, because obviously there's no point us doing it the same night as him, because it's just two competing live streams. So we do ours on the other nights that he doesn't do his, so you can watch both really if you want to. So our one is tomorrow night. It's our 60s, 70s and 80s party night, which is on the Vinyl Revival Facebook page if you want to take a look at that. So let's have a look at picture number 2. Hopefully you've got an idea what picture number 1 was. This is picture number 2. I forgot to mention, actually, I usually say to people it's probably better if you look at this on a tablet or a laptop rather than trying to look at it on a phone, because the pictures do come out a bit small. So yeah, if you could access one of those pieces of kit, then you'd be better off with this picture round. So that's picture number 2. Just need the name of that cartoon. It was very popular in the 80s. So I think it was the sort of middle to late 80s, as I recall. And then we move on. Let's get on to picture number 3. So picture number 3. Here it is. So that's picture number 3. Let's move on to picture number 4. These all should be fairly well known. I haven't done any obscure ones. I'm not like someone I could mention who does obscure stuff.
You're looking at me.
Yeah. Who else? Penny's quizzes are rock hard, I tell you, they really are. If you get more than half marks in Penny's quiz, you're doing well. There you are.
That hard.
They are, Penny.
We had some very good scores last week.
Yeah,
Very good scores.
I'm surprised at that. This is picture number 5. So what cartoon is that one? If you can scribble that one down. And we'll move on to picture number 6. Don't forget, if it's your birthday, or indeed if you've celebrating your wedding anniversary, or if you've had the COVID jab, or whatever, stick it in the comments, and we'll come back to it in the middle of these rounds and just do a quick roundup of that. So that's picture number 6. You see now I cunningly blotted out his badge there, which that red dot on the screen. Yes, I know what you lot are like, because you would be able to get it from the badge. So I blotted that out. Haha. So here we are. This is a slightly harder one. I think this is from a bit later in the decade. So picture number 7. What cartoon is that? Amazingly, I got this t-shirt off eBay, Pen, and it's got the logo on, which, how about that?
Yeah.
But it's the colour scheme as well.
Oh,
you see?
Nice. You haven't just thrown it together.
Oh, it's only about £6 as well.
What a bargain.
Well, I know. Tell you, eBay's great. So that was picture number 7, and let's move on and reveal picture number 8. That's a very easy one. That was a really popular cartoon from the 80s. I remember watching that a lot on Saturday mornings. I think it used to be on halfway through Multicoloured Swap Shop or something like that. Remember rightly. Do you remember that? You used to watch Swap Shop?
No, I didn't. No.
What did you watch on a Saturday morning in Tiswas?
Tiswas. Yeah, Tiswas every time.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, we'll have a little vote for Swap Shop and Tiswas in a minute then. See which is the most popular amongst our viewers, shall we? See who the winner is. Hold that thought. Right. moving on. This is your penultimate picture.
Oh, sorry, can you just tell people not to put the answers in the comments?
Yes, it does say on the screen, write answers on paper, please, because you're competing against each other. And yes, if you don't mind, because it just spoils the quiz for everybody else, unfortunately. So if you put your answers on a piece of paper, and then it will be fine. So that's cartoon number 9. Moving on, this is your last one. Cartoon number 10. I'm going to ask a supplementary question about this this cartoon in a short while, just in between the rounds. So I'll display them all for you now, so that if you missed any, you can go back and just remind yourselves of what they are. So there they all are. So remember, it's answers on a sheet of paper, not in the comments. And we just need the names of those cartoons. If you can cast your mind back and remember those days when you used to sit in front of the telly with your Angel Delight. We talked about that last time, didn't we?
Oh yes, we did.
Yeah, we had a big long conversation about Angel Delight on last quiz. I think there was lots of people who were reminiscing about the flavours of Angel Delight. I think one was
myself.
Banana or something.
Banana,
wasn't it?
yes, lovely.
I remember the very lurid pink coloured Angel Delight, but I don't remember there being a yellow one, which would have obviously been the banana one. And it was a powder, wasn't it? You made it with milk, didn't you?
Mixed it with milk, yes.
And it just
it up.
It went all sort of gooey and horrible.
It was lovely.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was lovely at the time.
We will get some, try it out, see if you still like it.
Yeah, you can still get it, can't you? On the birthdays, Leslie Clark's birthday this week.
Oh, hello, Leslie. Happy birthday to you.
John has informed us of that. On interesting information, claims to fame, Anita Rushford has said that her husband's band supported Pulp in 1985 in Bradford.
Whoa, that is cool.
Yeah,
much cooler than the Rennie and Renato one that we had.
Yeah.
Or your commonly touted claim to fame of serving Benny to a TV licence in the post office or something.
No, that was Les Ross from the DJ on BRMB. No, I went to school with the
Benny's
sister of Benny from Crossroads.
Ah, yes, that was it, yes.
I actually served Bernard Breslau of the Carry On Films fame. I served him to some national savings.
Did you? Okay.
Yes.
Well, there we are.
When I was at the post office.
You heard it here first,
yeah, there
folks.
We go.
Lady Penelope served Bernard Breslau of the Carry On Films to some national savings stamps. There we are. What a good chap he is.
Well, people like swap shops. I never
see.
Most people say swap shop.
Swap shop. Yeah.
Mark's with me there, Tiz was.
Tiz was good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to, sometimes watch Tiz was. But I never used to flick over because we didn't have a TV remote. Getting up off the sofa. So happy birthday to our birthday people.
Both Margarets have had the jab.
Oh, good, excellent.
So that's good news, isn't it? I'm waiting for mine. I think it'll probably be next month.
Yes.
But,
okay. Well. So what's something wrong with the camera here, Pen? I don't know what's going on here. Right. Okay. Let's go through the answers. So answers to question number 1. That's Inspector Gadget. Number 2. Those are the Transformers. Number 3, that's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I'll accept He-Man if you wish. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Number 4 is Count Duckula. Number 5 is Banana Man. Number 6 is Danger Mouse, and that is his trusty sidekick Penfold. Number 7 is Terror Cats, picture number 7. Number 8 is the Wacky Races, so that's Dick Dastardly and Muttley in the middle there, and all the other characters surrounding them. Number 9, this is a tough one, this is Batfink, so that's number 9. And number 10 is Top Cat. So my little supplementary question that you can type in the comments is, what was the name of the police officer whose telephone that is on the telegraph pole? So what was the name of the police officer? You can type that in the comments. So what we'll do is we will go through the scores in a different way this time, because there's so many of you Penny hasn't got a cat in hell's chance of keeping up with this. So what we'll do is we'll ask you, and I am sorry about this, Margaret, I will ask you, if you got 8 or more, can you type your score in, and then we can start to establish a leaderboard. But if all of you start typing the scores in, it's just going to scroll rapidly off the screen, and we've got no chance. So if you got 8 or more of those cartoons, if you type your score in the comments and let us know, and Penny will collate those scores. So if you've got 8 or more. Meanwhile, what I will do is give you a little bit of a supplementary pictures round. How about that? So let's.
I don't think everyone heard what number 7 was. Was it Thundercats?
Number 7. Hold on. Let me go back to the pictures round. Number 7 was Terracats.
Oh, Terracats.
Terracats. Terra cats. Terracats. So that's that. So the scores are coming in. I can already see someone's got a full house, which is impressive. So you obviously had a misspent youth, whoever you are. Let me just put this on the screen. The regulars will remember this. This is from one of our previous quizzes. So this is just for the newcomers, really, and regulars can remind themselves of it as well. But this is just a picture round from a previous quiz. And what I'll do is I'll give you a few seconds just to think about it, and I'll read out the names of those pop stars. And they're sort of pictures more up to date than when they're at their heyday in the 80s, but some of them are still very recognisable. Number 5, number 8, for instance. I think number 2 is quite recognisable, and number 10. So I'll just I'll let you ponder that one while Penny's collating the scores.
Did you mention the answer to the top cat question?
I haven't yet. Have they got it? Officer Dibble?
Oh, yes.
Yes, there we are, Officer Dibble.
Now, loads of people have put Thundercats.
Oh, is it Thundercats?
Do you want to check? No, I don't know, because I've never seen it. You better check.
Can't read. Hold on. No, well, I'll tell you what, we'll accept Thundercats.
We'll accept Thundercats.
We'll accept Thundercats or Terracats.
Thundercats or Terracats.
I thought it was Terracats. No, maybe I should research these quizzes a bit better. Have a point if you got Thundercats, folks. Right, so let's just reveal the answers to this then. This little mini quiz within the quiz. This is Stars of the 80s. It is Thundercats, you're right. Yes, that is the same picture. Why did I say Terracats?
Oh, no idea.
I don't know. I'm going mad here. Right.
Sorry, everyone.
Picture 1 is Claire Grogan. Picture 2, it's Adamant. Picture 3 is 80s heartthrob Simon Le Bon. Picture 4 is Axl Rose. Picture 5, that's Suggs from Madness. He looks almost identical now as he did then. That is Paul Young. Next to him is Howard Jones. Looks completely different, doesn't he? That is Annie Lennox, number 8. That there is not Adele, that is actually Alison Moyet. Yes, it looks like Adele, but it's actually Alison Moyet. Great picture of her, actually. And then number 10 is Mark Ullman from Soft Cell. So there we are. That's your little mini quiz. I've got one on cars to do a bit later on, just to keep us going. So we'll cross over to our news desk over here and see how the scores are coming in.
Well, can I say we've just got loads and loads of really high scores. Can I just say well done, everyone.
Well, congratulations, everyone. You're all winners, obviously.
I'm just looking for the 10s now.
Is there anyone who hasn't got 10? Yes. Oh, do you know what? I knew that round was going to be too easy. I was going to do like American cartoons, but
I wouldn't have done any good there because
well, I think
I
tested them.
70s girl.
I tested them on Lady Penelope, and she didn't do spectacularly well. So I thought, that's a nice hard round, but it turned out to be a nice easy round. Well, I'll tell you what, we've eased you into the quiz, aren't we? Nice. Yes, there we are. And so they do get harder. You'll be glad to know. So. Just mention a few honourable mentions of people who've got 10.
Right.
If there's so many. She's scribbling away furious. She's running out of ink here.
Right, it's a good job Margaret bought me this pen.
He was.
So Paul and Ethan have got 10.
Oh, yes.
Claire and Mark.
Yeah.
Griff and Andrea.
Oh, yes.
Julie Nichols. Mary D. Wolfridge. I can't read my writing here. Stevie DeVito.
That's Stephen Gratz, yeah.
Yeah. Gemma Doe. Joe Boniface. Yeah, all got 10.
All got 10. Well, congratulations.
Jane Cooper.
Oh, and Jane as well.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Plus a cast
and everyone is confirming it's Thundercats.
Yes, all right, I get it. You're right, I'm wrong.
Wall's got 10.
Yes, have an extra point if you got Thundercats. Well done.
Super duper. Oh, yeah, so...
Nearly everyone got 10. Okay, well, we'll move on to round 2. We'll assume, everyone's done well in round 1 then. So, round 2, here we go. This is your 80s general knowledge round now. So this is all about news events and current affairs that happen. So first one is in what year did the Berlin Wall come down? So you're writing them down on a sheet of paper, not in the comments, remember. In what year did the Berlin Wall come down? And because you've all done so well in the pictures round, I'm not going to give you a year either side. You have to say the exact year. So you've got a 1 in 10 chance of success, I suppose. So write it down on a sheet of paper. In what year did the Berlin Wall come down? Question number 2 in your general knowledge. What year was Alton Towers Corkscrew roller coaster opened? What year was Alton Towers Corkscrew roller coaster opened? I think probably most people have been on that, haven't they?
I haven't.
Have you not? Oh, right,
well,
okay. That's a very famous roller coaster. Yes, well, there you are. Yeah. You were on the teacups, I suppose, would you?
I might
You might go on the teacups.
Chance myself in that.
The little kiddies. Oh dear. In what year was the Alton Towers roller coaster called the Corkscrew opened? Here's question number 2. Question number 3. What part of the UK did the 1984 National Miners' Strike take place? Where did it begin, in other words? What part of the UK did the 1984 National Miners' Strike begin? You remember that with Arthur Scargill and the Flying Pickets? There's a band called the Flying Pickets. Remember them?
Yes.
They did Only You, didn't they?
I did a cover of it,
They did, yeah. So the part of the UK in 1984 which saw the start of the National Miners' Strike. And question number 4, moving on. What was the name of the oil rig that caught fire in the North Sea in 1988? What was the name of the oil rig that caught fire in the North Sea in 1988? See, they're not going to get 10 out of 10 this round, you see. I'll have my revenge here. Yes. You may have got one over on me with the old Thundercats thing, but these have all been carefully researched now and triple checked, he says. So that was question number 4. What was the name of the oil rig that caught fire in the North Sea in 1988?
Just a quick question on the miners' strike. Do you want the county or the town? It's the county.
Yes, it's the county. Yes, the county, please. If you know the town, even better. But yeah, the county will do.
Yes.
County. So that was question 4, the oil rig question. Question number 5. In what year did the Chernobyl nuclear reactor explode? In what year did the Chernobyl nuclear reactor explode? Very, very famous news story. Huge disaster. Still can't go there now, you know. It's
Yes.
off limits because it's still radioactive. And
Indeed.
oh, terrible. So that's question 5. I'll just go that one again. In what year did the Chernobyl nuclear reactor explode? What's wrong with the camera? The camera froze.
Not on here, but I'm a few seconds behind, aren't I?
It's froze.
So,
Froze on my screen. I'll carry on because I think the sound's still working.
yeah, well, I can. Oh yes, it's frozen on mine now.
Let me go off that and then back on. Why is it frozen?
Switch it on and off.
Easier said than done, that is. Hold on, I'll try and restart the camera, folks, because this
technical. Oh yes. Other people can see it's frozen. Can people hear?
Yes, I think they can hear. Yes, I've reactivated the camera because I don't know why it's frozen. But anyway, sorry about that. Let's carry on. So, question number 5 was about the Chernobyl nuclear reactor. What year did that explode? Now, question number 6. In 1984, Margaret Thatcher wrote and starred in a sketch in an episode of which popular TV comedy? In 1984, Margaret Thatcher wrote and starred in a sketch in an episode of which popular TV comedy? That's question number 6. Question number 7. Which female tennis player won the most Wimbledon titles in the 1980s? Which female tennis player won the most Wimbledon titles in the 1980s? That's question number 7. Question number 8. In 1989, where in Beijing did thousands of Chinese students protest for democracy? In 1989, where in Beijing did thousands of Chinese students protest for democracy? Question number 8. I'll have a pee, please, Bob. Who was Bob and what was the programme? You get half a point for each. I'll have a pee, please, Bob. Who was Bob and what was the programme? I'll have half a point for each part of that answer. And finally, which country won the Football World Cup in 1986? Which country won the Football World Cup in Mexico in 1986? So, this will sort the men from the boys this round, will Penny?
Absolutely.
I'm telling you,
this
it's a
might
harder
be a
round.
Yes, might not be such high scores.
Not such
round.
high scores, so yes. So I've put the answers on, not the answers, I've put the questions on the screen. I'll put the answers on the screen in a minute. I'll put the questions on the screen for you to have a read of if you can't understand a word I'm saying because of my Brummie accent. But if you want to have a read through those, we'll give you a couple more minutes to finalise your answers before I reveal them.
Woohoo.
Hey. And don't forget, folks, it's our live stream on tomorrow night from 8 o'clock onwards, 60s, 70s, 80s party night, and we do take requests, and we normally get lots of really good requests, and last time we went over by quite a bit because we had so many requests, didn't we? So
it's all on vinyl.
It's all on vinyl, yes, that's what we do, hence our Facebook Vinyl Revival, that's what we do. So yeah, we're looking forward to June when the lockdown's lifted and we can get back to DJing for real.
All being well, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, and getting our vinyl records out again. So there we are. Right, let's go through the answers. Pen, everyone's had enough time to scribble them down.
Agreed.
So, in what year did the Berlin Wall come down? Answer is 1989. 1989, the Berlin Wall came down. In what year was Walton Tower's Corkscrew roller coaster opened? Right, the other end of the decade. That was opened in 1980. The Corkscrew roller coaster was opened in the year 1980. The area in the UK which saw the start of the national miners' strike in 1984 was Yorkshire. I thought it was South Wales, but it was actually Yorkshire. And the name of the oil rig that caught fire in the North Sea in 1988, that was Piper Alpha. Yes, of course, you remember now, don't you? Yes, Piper Alpha. What year did the Chernobyl nuclear reactor explode? 1986. That exploded very, very famously. It was all over the news. 1986 is your answer to question number 5. In 1984, Maggie Thatcher wrote and starred in an episode of Yes, Minister. She actually wrote an episode. I didn't realise she wrote the episode as well. So there we are. More talents than you realise. 1984, Maggie Thatcher wrote and starred in an episode of Yes, Minister. The female tennis player who won the most Wimbledon titles during the 80s, that was Martina Navratilova. So I think some people would have put Steffi Graf, but they would be wrong. Martina Navratilova is your answer. And in 1989, the place in Beijing that thousands of Chinese students protested for democracy. If you remember the man who stood in front of the tanks, then you'll get it. That's Tiananmen Square. Tiananmen Square is the place where the Chinese students protested for their right for democracy. And then this is a two-part answer to your 9th question. I'll have a pee, please, Bob. Who was Bob and what was the programme? Well, Bob was Bob Holness and the programme was Blockbusters. So you get a half point for Bob Holness and half a point for Blockbusters. And then the country that won the Football World Cup, hosted by Mexico in 1986, that was Argentina. Very controversial as well, if you remember the Hand of God goal and all that kind of stuff. So the country that won the Football World Cup in Mexico in 86 was Argentina. So I'll put the answers on the screen for you to double check. And then what we'll do is, have we got a query?
So the 1984 Margaret Thatcher wrote and starred in the sketch. So it was...
Yes, Minister.
Yes, Prime Minister.
Yes, Prime Minister. Well, I have a point for Yes, Minister or Yes, Prime Minister.
Several people have put Spitting Image as well, but I don't think she...
I don't think she starred in...
She wouldn't... Well, the puppet was there, but I don't think she... But she herself wouldn't have. And I don't think she
wrote one.
I don't think she would have written one.
No, I don't think so. I think the puppet of Maggie Thatcher might have been in it, but...
Well, definitely. Puppet of Maggie.
Anyway, the answer is that TV comedy is Yes, Minister. You can have a point for Prime Minister. Yes, Minister or Yes, Prime Minister. There we are, interchangeable. Because one became the other, didn't it?
It was Yes, Minister and then became Yes, Prime Minister.
Very good, very good. So let's do our little attempt at capturing the scores again.
Yes, they're coming up.
Which, if you've got 8 or more, are they ignoring it? Are they just typing anything in?
People can put the scores in. People can put the scores.
We'll try and keep up with them because there's so many.
I'm trying to make a note of the highest ones. So,
yes.
But yeah.
It's proving difficult, isn't it, with the number of people?
Yes.
Yes, we'll have to come up with a better way of doing our leaderboard.
Now that we have so many people,
yes.
When there were small numbers, it wasn't an issue, was it?
Well, when it was just me, you, Lynette and Margaret, it was quite easy, really. Lynette would always win and Margaret would always come second. I'm joking. Oh, let's just, while you're doing that, have a ponder about this one. Here's another little one of my quiz within a quiz round. Let me go back to my cartoons, and then I can ask a question I wanted to ask about the cartoons. So, pictures, there it is. So there's my cartoons round. So if you remember, I asked you a question about the police officer in number 10, which is obviously Top Cat, and most of you got it correct. It was Officer Dibble. I just wonder who knows the names of the other cartoon characters in Top Cat, because obviously you've got Top Cat himself.
Benny?
Not you.
Sorry.
No, this is for the quizzes, not
sorry.
you.
When you just said I wonder who?
Well, okay, apart from Penny, I wonder if our quizzes know. So, if you know the names of the cartoon, obviously Penny's giving it away. Benny there is the little character on the left, but you've also got 3 people on the right of Top Cat. So I wonder if anybody knows who they are. So we shall see. We shall see. So have a think about that, and we'll go back to this. We'll go back to George Dawes. George Dawes. Here he is. So let's cross over to our news desk.
Right, okay.
All
right,
being verified, coming in on the telex now. They are
right.
final score at 5:05.
With a 10 out of 10 this round, we've got Lynette and Perry.
10 out of 10.
We have Phil, Julie, and Scamp.
Oh, Scamp's doing well this week again.
Yes, Andy and Vanessa.
Yep.
Paul.
Paul Kie.
Yes.
That's how we pronounce it now, isn't it?
Well, yes.
That's how we think we pronounce it anyway. Well done, Paul.
I'm terrible.
Paul's a friend of Griff's, you see, so
yes,
I think they sort of compete against each other. So
lots of people have got Benny the Ball.
Benny the Ball. Well, that's because you said it. That's why. No prizes for that, folks. You heard Penny say it.
Oh, Margaret's got 3 out of 10 this round.
Oh, well done, Margaret.
Well done, Margaret.
Yes. Well, what do we say to Margaret? It's the taking part that counts.
Absolutely.
Which Margaret are we talking about?
Sorry, Margaret Reed.
Oh, Margaret. Yes. Margaret from
Margaret. I think Margaret Rennie. Because spotted. She said her battery was going.
Oh no.
Which is. Yeah,
you know, hearing aid or I'm on the
maybe
phone.
her device, whichever.
Yes. Can't you plug it in, Margaret? Go and get the charger quick. We'll wait for you. It's all right. No rush.
If anybody wants to get themselves a refill of their drink or whatever
while we do the scores.
Yes.
Right, let's do another little round within a round. So you're all thinking of the characters in Top Cat, obviously. So this other picture here, this was from a quiz about 4 or 5 weeks ago now, and this was the picture round from that quiz, and it was cars of the 80s. So if you just have a scan through those cars, and then just make a mental note of them. No need to type them in unless you want to, but make a mental note of them, and then I'll give you a few seconds and see if you got any of them right. I think you probably get quite a few. So what's happening, Penny, in the world of Facebook?
So on the subject of Top Cat.
Ah, yes.
John Lean has mentioned that it's based on Sergeant Bilko.
Yes, that's true. Yes, well, the Officer Dibble was a Sergeant Bilko. Yes.
Yes. Phil has put that Scamp's got all these following answers: Benny the Ball, Brain, Choo Choo, Fancy.
Fancy, yes, Fancy. Benny, Brains, Choo Choo, and Fancy.
Yes.
I thought one was called Pizza Face, but maybe that's something else.
So anyway, well done, Scamp.
Well, Scampy's a cat, you see.
Yes,
so he probably knows. He knows him, probably relatives of his. But
Tiddles, was there a Tiddles?
Tiddles? No, I think someone's just having a laugh there. That's not a real name of a character in Top Cat. I would know that. Yes. Okay. Right. Let's go through the cars then. This is a round within a round, so you can type them in if you wish. But what I'll do, just make a mental note of them. So car number 1 is a TR7. Car number 2 is an MR2. Car number 3 is a Ford Sierra Cosworth, or a Cosy as they were known. Car number 4, more kind of the car that I would have been driving around in the 80s. Let's say a Morris. That's a Triumph Acclaim. That's a Triumph Acclaim. Then number 5 is an Austin Montego. There we are. Now this is a very desirable car, one that I really wanted but I never afforded. This is the Audi Quattro, number 6. Number 7 is your Peugeot 205 GTI, another cool car. Number 8, now this fools a lot of people because number 8 could be one of two. That particular model with the square headlamps, I am reliably informed, is the Austin Ambassador. There you go. You thought I was going to say Princess, didn't you?
I thought you were going to ask me, not I haven't got a clue.
No chance. Number 9 is your Ford Fiesta XR2. And then number 10 is your Toyota Celica Supra, which was another good car, actually. It's quite a cool looking vehicle. So okay. So how are we doing at the top of the leaderboard, Penny?
I think, should we... I'll just... mention
honourable
any that
mentions.
Get
Yes.
10 out of 10. So I've already mentioned those. The ones
Yes.
I've spotted. But we'll look at the total scores at the end.
Yes,
I'm
we'll
not
come
going
to
keep.
We'll come to the total scores. Penny's getting all stressed out over here with the scores. So let's move on before Penny explodes.
We do have over 70 people taking part.
You never told me that. God.
So this is why I can't keep.
The nerves are kicking in now. What are you doing? Keep quiet about how many people. Oh my God. Well, I've already cocked up on the what's it round, haven't I? Right, this is the round 3 now.
Hurrah.
Yes, round 3. You'll be glad to know we're 3/4 of the way through the actual quiz, and it's a music round. Hooray! They say. Thank God for that. Some of them cry. Right, this is your music round. So again, you write them down on a sheet of paper, not in the comments, and we'll kick off with number 1. What was the band New Order originally called? What was the band that became New Order originally called? Question number 1. Question number 2. Guns N' Roses were formed in 1985. I thought they were formed before then, but they aren't. Reliably informed by Google, they were formed in 1985, and Google is never wrong. What was their debut album called? Guns N' Roses, formed in 85. What was their debut album called? Question number 2. This one, me and my old mucker Phil used to go ice skating to this one. Who had a hit with the song 7 Tears?
Oh dear.
Yes, I never said it was a good song. I used to play all sorts of rubbish down at Birmingham Ice Rink, Silver Blades, as I recall. All sorts of tripe. Which band had a hit with 7 Tears? And I hope if Young Amy's on, hello Young Amy, I don't know. She is on, okay, she's on, good.
I did see her.
I saw, yes, you mentioned Young Amy.
Yeah.
And Young Amy hopefully will have listened to Mum and Dad, Garvin and Paula's records when she was a youngster, and maybe they had this. So, question number 3, which band had a hit with 7 Tears? Question number 4, which band was the first band on Live Aid? Which band was the first band on Live Aid? This is the UK concert, not the one in Philadelphia. Which band was the first band on Live Aid? Answers on a piece of paper, don't put them in the comments. You know, things that are catchphrases of the year this year, like "you're on mute."
Oh yes.
And things like that.
Yes.
My catch, put them on a piece of paper, not in the comments. I say it so often, it saves me sleep. Question number 5. Which band was Vince Clarke with first before joining Yazoo and later Erasure? Which band was Vince Clarke with first before joining Yazoo and later Erasure? That's question number 5. Question number 6 in your music round. Former Beatle John Lennon was shot and killed on December the 8th, 1980. By whom? Former Beatle John Lennon was shot and killed on December the 8th, 1980. By whom? Lyrics now, you'll be glad to know. Lots of people like the lyrics. And I, unlike Lady Penelope, will read them properly. So here goes. Question number 7. You put the boom boom into my heart. You send my soul sky high. You put the boom boom into my heart. You send my soul sky high. That's the lyrics to a very famous 80s song. What is the name of the song? The name of the song I'm after, not the band. I'll do it again. You put the boom boom into my heart. You send my soul sky high. Name of the song, please. Question number 8, another lyrics question. I'm spoiling you here, folks. Well, I'm standing here looking at you. What do I see? I'm looking straight through. Question number 8. Well, I'm standing here looking at you. What do I see? I'm looking straight through. Here's the lyrics to a famous 80s song. What is the name of that song? What they'll all be doing now is trying to sing along until they get to the part of the song that they know, or the part of the song that's got the title in it. Yes. That's what they'll do. They go, that's it.
And you're going to sing a different tune to put them off?
No, I'm singing no tune whatsoever. Question number 9. Andy McCluskey Yeah.
That's easy for you to say.
I knew I shouldn't have done this question. Andy McCluskey. McCluskey. Bloody hell, what's this?
Andy
McCluskey, that's it, was the lead singer for which band? I'll put it on the screen so they can read it, sod it. Question number 9 is that one there. Andy McCluskey, lead singer for which band? Now. I know. Another one, lyrics one, to finish off with. Give me time to realise my crime, let me love and steal. Give me time to realise my crime, let me love and steal. What lyrics is that song? So there we are. We'll let people ponder that.
Marvellous. Would you like another one of your non-alcoholic?
Yes, I would love another one of my non-alcoholic Heineken Zeros. Yes, I have to concentrate on this quiz, you see. I bet you don't believe that, but but I do. And yes, I can't be doing this while half sozzled. So there we are. So, have a time to consider your answers. Pour yourself a drink. This is a drinking quiz. I did say at the beginning of the quiz, a drinking quiz. Bit of fun as well on a Friday night. Hope you've all kept safe. Not long to go now, hopefully, until we can all get our COVID jabs and go back to doing what we all enjoy, going out and about, and pubs and clubs and restaurants and things, cinemas. So, yes. Okay, I'm going to reveal the answers. So, in your music round, the answers are as such. Question number 1. What was the name of the band that New Order were originally called? I was going to think of Blue Monday then. They were called Joy Division. Joy Division was the name of the band that was prior to them being named New Order. Just pouring myself a ginger beer.
Yes, had a mention that New Order were originally called Warsaw.
Right.
So
we'll accept that as well then if
right.
if
yes.
That didn't come up when I googled that and I checked it.
Oh well, thoroughly. Someone very knowledgeable has just messaged me.
It's not Margaret then. No.
Oh.
Margaret might know that, you see. Let's not write Margaret off just yet.
Yes.
Now then, okay. Well, if you've got Warsaw, did you say?
Warsaw.
Not Warsaw.
Not Warsaw in the West Midlands. Warsaw as in Poland.
Poland, right? Okay, very good. Yes, we'll accept that. Question number 2: Guns N' Roses. Their debut album was Appetite for Destruction. Guns N' Roses' debut album was called Appetite for Destruction. The band that had a hit with 7 Tears, which we used to skate round Silver Blades to, was the Goombay Dance Band. The Goombay Dance Band had a hit with 7 Tears. And the band that was first on stage at Live Aid, the UK Live Aid at Wembley, was Status Quo. And I think they did Rockin' All Over the World, if my memory serves. But anyway, Status Quo with the band, that's what we're after. The band that Vince Clarke was in prior to joining Yazoo and later Erasure, he was in Depeche Mode. How about that? Who knew? Not me. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, Vince Clarke was in Depeche Mode before he joined Yazoo and Erasure. I knew he was in Yazoo and Erasure. I didn't know he was in Depeche Mode.
That's why sometimes I play Depeche Mode.
And then you play Yazoo and then Erasure.
I say,
what's the link? And I never know.
You still don't know.
Now I do. Now then, the name of the person who shot and killed John Lennon, tragic event, was Mark Chapman. Mark David Chapman, but I'll accept Mark Chapman if you got it. In fact, I'll accept Chapman if you've just got his surname, because it was a long time ago. So if you say Chapman or Mark Chapman, or better still Mark David Chapman, then you get the point for that one. You put the boom boom into my heart, you send my soul sky high, is a Wham song, if that helps you. It's Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Wake Me Up Before You Go Go is the name of that song. The next one is another lyrics question. Well, I am standing here looking at you. What do I see? I'm looking straight through. Is Ant Music by Adam and the Ants. Andy McCluskey, got it right that time,
yes.
was the lead singer, or is the lead singer, I think he's still going, for Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, OMD, Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark. And then your final one is the give me time to realise my crime is do you really want to hurt me? That's the answer to question number 10 from Culture Club. So it's time to go back to my George Dawes slide here.
So just to confirm, for number 1, if you put Joy Division, you get a point. If you put Warsaw, you get a point.
Yes, yes. We're feeling generous tonight, folks. Let's just remind everybody what they're playing for, because you know, this is important stuff. People have you know, tried their hardest for this, and I think it's only fair that we reward the people. So obviously we've got our speedboat here, which was always one of the prizes on Bullseye, hosted by the legendary Jim Bowen. And but our prize is the solid gold trophy from Birmingham's Jewellery Quarter, worth a lot of money. We haven't had it valued recently, but we had to get Securicor to come and deliver it to us because it was that valuable. And that's what you will be playing for tonight, folks. Your chance of your name on the engraving bit on the bottom of the solid gold trophy. So the scores are coming in thick and fast. And Penny is writing them down even thicker and faster.
No.
She's writing them down very slowly. This could be a very long quiz.
Anyway, yes.
Let me do my montage screen. So this reminds you while we're doing the scores.
Margaret Rennie.
Yes.
Has got 8.
Oh, congratulations! Well, that's fantastic. Well done, Margaret.
Yes.
She knows her music, obviously.
Margaret Reed's got 3, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's to taking part that counts, yeah. Margaret. We always say. So this just keep you focused, folks, while Penny does the scores. Keep looking at the screen and reminding yourself of there's Adamant there. Look, and Back to the Future. Duran Duran in the middle there, Lynette. I can see them there. Gary Newman, Gaza. And who had a watch like that? I don't think I ever had one like that. It's a fax machine. Remember having a fax machine at work and terrible things.
So do I.
All these little curly bits of paper on the floor. Ridiculous. So when we come to the end of this quiz, we'll try and work out who's actually won somehow. I don't know how you're going to do that.
I think people just have to tell us.
Just have to tell us if you've won.
I think that's what we might have to do going forward, because this is.
Yes, just tell us if you've won, or if you think you've won, and you can have a goal. We'll get some more gold trophies in show. I think that's going to be the way. That'll be the way, the only way. Right now, then that was the music round. So we're going to quickly. Cut over to the news desk.
Right, okay, so 10 out of 10 on this round. We've got Lynette and Perry, former winners, of course.
Yes.
Dawn and Tony, very, very knowledgeable.
Oh, yes. Well, they always do good at music rounds, Dawn and Tony do. Fellow DJs.
And Sally the Cat. They've got Sally the Cat.
Oh, they've got Sally the Cat. Okay.
It does seem to help if you have
Unfair Advantage. They're doing a lot better thanks to Sally the Cat.
Yes.
So that's good.
Griff and Andrea, former winners.
Yep.
Tracy Malone and Rich, they've got 10 out of 10. Judy Nichols, 10. Sharon Hainsworth, 10.
Okay.
Jackie Cotton, 10.
Oh, well done, Jackie. Yes, so congratulations to all of you with 9s and 10s. You've conquered my music round there. Well done. So let's see how you get on with round 4. So this is the last round in the quiz properly, but we will do the tiebreaker just for a bit of a laugh. So this is your films and TV round. So I'll go through the questions on this round. Let's just move the screen there. Right, okay. So question number 1. Which actor starred in the 80s films The Colour of Money and Rain Man? Which actor starred in the 80s films The Colour of Money and Rain Man? He starred in both films. Question number 1. Which actor starred in the 80s films The Colour of Money and Rain Man? So the first 5 questions are films, and the second 5 questions, the last 5 questions, are TV. So question number 2. In the 1985 film The Goonies, which pirate previously owned the treasure? In the 1985 film The Goonies, which pirate previously owned the treasure? If you haven't seen this film, you're really going to struggle on this one. You haven't seen it, have you?
I haven't seen it.
No clue, have you?
I really am pretty useless on the 80s all the time.
Well, 80s films. We did say we were going to start watching some 80s films. Because you haven't watched Top Gun, have you?
No.
Or Officer and Gentleman?
No. I think I've seen bits of them. I haven't seen them all.
I mean,
through.
they're not rubbish films. They're all right. They're good films. Top Gun's a great film. Officer and Gentleman's a great film. Yeah.
Well, maybe I have. I've just forgotten.
Well, maybe it is. It's been a long time. Question number 3 then. I will display them on the screen if need. Well, I will display them on the screen, full stop. Who wrote the Rocky boxing films? Who wrote the Rocky boxing films is question number 3. You either know this or you don't really. Question number 4. This one I think a lot of people will get. Who played Susan in Desperately Seeking Susan? Who played the character Susan in the film Desperately Seeking Susan? Question number 5. What was the name of the building in Die Hard? What was the name of the building in Die Hard? That's question number 5. Moving on to your TV part of this round. What famous soap opera was launched in 1985? What famous soap opera was launched in 1985? Question number 6. What part does Stephen Fry play in Blackadder II? What part does Stephen Fry play in Blackadder II? Question number 7. Bergerac, starring John Nettles, first aired in 1981. Which island was it set on? Bergerac, starring John Nettles, was first aired in 1981. Which island was it set on? Question number 9. Who took over from immediately after Eamon Andrews as a presenter of This Is Your Life in 1987? Who took over from Eamon Andrews as a presenter of This Is Your Life in 1987? And your last question for this particular round and the quiz proper. What was the name of the family that featured in the sitcom Bread, which first aired in 1986? What was the name of the family that always used to sit round the table and featured in the sitcom Bread and first aired in 1986? I'll give you a few minutes to finalise your answers. Oh, we have a question.
Someone wants question 3 repeated, please.
Right, well, I've displayed them on the screen, but I'll read it out.
Okay.
So, question number 3 was who wrote the Rocky boxing films? Question number 3, who wrote the Rocky boxing films? So, hopefully that all makes sense and people can read those if they couldn't understand a word I was saying. Which is highly likely. So let's do. Let's see, have I got any more other little rounds within a rounds I can show people? I haven't actually. No, we've come to the end of the quiz really. So we'll reveal the answers to this round. And then what we'll try and do is we'll try and see how many people got out of 40 and see if we can spot a winner.
Put their scores out.
So if you can start to think about when we've revealed the answer to this, if you can start to think about how many you got out of 40, we'll know if you've got an outright winner or if we've got 2 people playing for the tiebreaker or more. Yeah, that's the way of doing it. Yeah, it's the only way, isn't it? Really.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Here we go. So. So the answers are as follows. Which actor starred in the 80s films The Colour of Money and Rain Man was Tom Cruise? He starred in both of those films. Tom Cruise is your answer to question number 1. In the 1985 film The Goonies, which pirate previously owned the treasure? That was One-Eyed Willie. One-Eyed Willie is your answer to question number 2. Who wrote the Rocky boxing films? Sylvester Stallone, if you think about it. Probably the only person who you could think of who would have written those. So Sylvester Stallone actually wrote the stories for the Rocky boxing films, and so he's obviously got double money there, hasn't he? He got the money for starring in the film and the money for writing the film, and I think he directed one of them as well, or maybe more than one. So who played Susan in Desperately Seeking Susan was Madonna. What was the name of the building in Die Hard? Well, there's two names really. It's the Nakatomi Plaza or the Nakatomi Tower. I'll accept both. Sometimes it's called the Nakatomi Plaza. When the police officer's driving up to it, he calls it Nakatomi Plaza. And then other times in the film, it's referred to as the Nakatomi Tower. So it can be both. Number 6. The famous soap opera launched in 1985 was EastEnders. Yeah, the famous EastEnders was launched in 1985. How about that?
Fancy that.
Yes, fancy that. What part does Stephen Fry play in Blackadder II? He plays the part of Lord Melchett. Lord Melchett is the answer to question number 7. The island, which was used for Bergerac, starring John Nettles in 1981, that was Jersey. So Bergerac was set on Jersey. And then number 9, the person who took over from Eamon Andrews as presenter of This Is Your Life in 1987 was Michael Aspel. And the name of the family that was in Bread was the Boswells. If you remember, they always just sit round the table having cups of tea and whatever, and Joey Boswell and Grandad Boswell and Ma Boswell and all them. It was the Boswells, the Boswell family. So add up your scores, and what we're looking for now, aren't we, is the score out of 40 for the entire quiz.
For the entire quiz. Hopefully you've been keeping that, because there's absolutely no way I can back it all. Absolutely.
No, they will have done. Yes,
absolutely no way.
We trust them. So
if you've got 10 out of 10 on this round, let us know.
Well, yes, if you've got 10 out of 10, then that's very impressive, because that's my film and TV round. But yes, other than that, if you let us know your score out of 40, and we'll try and see as they start scrolling up the comments if we've got anyone who's got a full house. Hopefully not, because if you have, you've beaten my quiz. So I'll have to make it harder next time. But I hope you've enjoyed the quiz. Let me just, while you're typing in your scores and Penny's trying to keep up with those scores, let me just do a little shameless plug here. So this here is our little advert. So these are our quizzes. So you're looking at the one on the right tonight. This is our Back to the 80s quiz. I also do a rock music quiz with hosted by DJ Ozzy, which is a lot of fun. And even if you don't know too much about rock music, it's a good quiz to go on. Penny does a fantastic 70s quiz, a similar thing to this, where she does different rounds of things that were going on in the 70s, but she does a little twist on hers. So she had like chocolate bars and perfumes and things like that from the 70s last time, and fashions, didn't you?
Yes, and music.
And music, yeah, and TV shows.
And adverts.
Adverts, so that's a really good fun quiz. So that will be on soon. And all of these are on our Vinyl Revival page. If you want to go on there and just have a little look and see the quizzes, we put them on. There's one on every Friday at 8 o'clock. And they're just like this, really. They're the same sort of format, about hour and a quarter longish.
Mine tend to go over,
sometimes longer, yes.
I love it too much.
Depends if how much people are saying, and if we have people who've been on tour with Rennie Renato and all that kind of thing. So that's what we do at the moment, because obviously we can't DJ because of lockdown. So let's try and find out.
Aren't we? So obviously we're going to be at some point this year getting back to the DJing at the pubs and bars of Birmingham and Solihull. But in the meantime,
yes,
we'll be carrying on online, and hopefully we'll still be able to do the occasional online event.
Yes,
especially on the quizzes.
Yeah, so tomorrow night's our 60s, 70s, 80s disco party night, a little bit like the discos for grown-ups. We do take lots of requests, and we do find that people have some really good requests and some quite obscure stuff, but yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, Love Shack and things like that comes up, doesn't it? Tainted Love usually comes up, stuff like that, but also some obscure stuff as well. So
yes.
So there we are.
Have we got it? Still.
Oh, they're still coming in thick and fast.
Nigel, yes, you'll have to keep rabbiting for a moment.
I haven't got anything else to say.
Think of something.
I could tell them my joke.
Oh no.
Yes, my 80s joke. Yes.
Dear.
Sorry for those that have heard this. I've only got one 80s joke. So for the newcomers, here is my 80s joke. Where does Kylie Minogue go for her lunch? There we are. Where does Kylie Minogue go for her lunch? Answer, to Jason's Donovan. Groan. Yeah, sorry about that. Do apologise. I'll stick to the quiz questions, shall I?
Yes.
Yes, please do. They cry.
My goodness, we've got so many people on. It's wonderful though. It's great to have so many people.
It's great to have, but it's this is what's holding us up. Is trying to capture all these scores, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I can see someone in the lead, can't I?
Yes, I can see someone in the lead.
I can see someone in the lead. Let me go back to my, for those that missed it or those that didn't have chance, this is my my little slide here, quiz within a quiz. This is 80s pop stars as they appear now, so I'll just read them out because most of you have seen it. If anyone's joined halfway through, they might not have done. Claire Grogan, Adamant, Simon Le Bon, Axl Rose, Suggs from Madness, Paul Young, wherever he lays his hat, Howard Jones, looks completely different now, doesn't he? Annie Lennox, that's Alison Moyet, not Adele, and there we have Mark Almond as the final one there. So just to remind us of fantastic 80s stars, all great stars in their own right with their own type of music.
I've got to say, we've got some great scores.
Yeah.
People know.
I have knowledgeable 80s. People on here tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, there we are.
Absolutely.
So you've beaten Nigel's quiz here by the sounds of it. So let me put a shameless plug on again, Pen.
Go on.
Yes, while we're waiting for the scores.
I've seen another high score just come in here.
So this is our Facebook page, folks, and you just look out for the purple glitter ball there on the left. That you know that's us then, and it's just a little thing just to show. There's the events look, and you can see the events tab, and then underneath. So this is tonight's event, the 80s quiz. And they're always totally free. We just do them for a bit of fun, really.
Have you got dates for the next ones? When's the next rock quiz is 2 weeks' time, isn't it?
Yes. Well, the next rock quiz is going to be 2 weeks' time. So it will be your pop quiz next week.
My pop quiz next
Friday. And then it's Aussie's rock quiz in 2 weeks.
Quiz.
And then it's
my
70s quiz, and then we're back to the 80s in 4 weeks' time, aren't we?
Yes.
So yeah, there we are. Okay.
Right.
So are we anywhere nearer to?
Yes, I think so.
I think we'll have to call it.
Yes, I think so. Oh, I'm not. See, we've just got to see. I just think.
You just think you've finished, and then we've got.
And then I'll see another high score.
Oh. Right. Did anybody get 40?
No one's got 40.
Yes, I win. Good.
Right. Okay. Shall I tell you some high scores?
Let's do some honourable mentions and high scores.
There's some brilliant scores. With 37 out of 40 we have Colin and Stacey.
Well done. Happy birthday, Stacey. Well done for that.
Happy birthday. With 38 out of 40 we've got Griff and Andrea.
Great. Good scoring. Only dropped 2.
Deirdre Warner.
Yep.
So that's brilliant. 38.
Oh, well done, Deirdre. Is Deirdre a newcomer?
I believe so.
Fantastic.
Yes. Well done.
Hope you join us again, Deirdre. You're obviously good at these quizzes.
Absolutely. And Jane Cooper's also got 38. That's brilliant.
Oh, well done, Jane.
Oh,
yes.
37 is 37. Paul Kea's
got 37. Yes. Okay.
But the clear winner again. Lynette and Perry. 39.
Congratulations,
well
Lynette and Perry. Lynette's one of my favourite people who works in Morrison's in Sturchley, and Perry, who is her Tai Chi teacher in the local park, and also is a balloon magician and somewhat of an accomplished guitarist, I understand. So shall we give them a round of applause, Pen? Yay! Well done. And you get tonight's star prize.
Ooh.
Yes, I know you're waiting for this. So let me get tonight's star prize back on the screen. So here it comes. And there we are. There's tonight's star prize. No, it's not that. Don't get too excited. It's The gold trophy. So everyone give them thumbs up and hearts and likes and all nice things, because we're all a friendly bunch on here, aren't we? And we all congratulate Lynette and Perry. They do ever so well in our quizzes, don't they?
They
really are knowledgeable.
Can we have a shout out?
Yes.
To Scott? It's his birthday weekend.
Oh, Scott's birthday weekend.
Susan
Happy birthday, Scott.
Scott, happy birthday.
Happy birthday from us, and everybody give Scott a heart symbol to wish Scott a happy birthday. So there we are. Right, now then, we have a clear winner, but that's not the end of the quiz, folks. As those of you who know me well will know that I always have a tiebreaker. And this is a different way of doing it. This is a type it in the comments thing after I give you the countdown. So put your pens and papers down, put your drinks down, because you are going to need to concentrate. And
I need to know what the answer is.
I will give Lady Penelope the answer.
Thank you.
That's the answer. Right. So tonight's tiebreaker is this. We mentioned the film Die Hard earlier on in the films and TV round, and we talked about the Nakatomi Plaza, but that's nothing to do, well, it is something to do with the question. It's about Die Hard. So I will ask this question. In the 1988 classic film Die Hard, how much was Hans Gruber trying to steal in dollars? And I'll give you a 5-second countdown to type the answers in the comments. So you type the answers in the comments in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Type your answers in the comments now, and it's the nearest 2. So it's in dollars, the answer. So how much in dollars was Hans Gruber attempting to steal from the safe in the classic film Die Hard? So hopefully the comments are coming flying in thick and fast, and we shall reveal the answer when the comments start drying up. But Alan Rickman there, the character he played was Hans Gruber. I think absolutely one of the best portrayals of a baddie, one of the best baddies ever. I mean, he was good in Harry Potter as Professor Snape, but I think he was excellent in Die Hard.
He was excellent.
His German accent.
Actor.
He was sadly no longer with us, but
and Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
He was the sheriff.
He was, yes. So he was excellent in Die Hard, and his German accent was absolutely superb.
We have a winner.
We do. Someone guessed it exactly. They know how much was stolen in Die Hard. Right, I'm going to reveal the answer then. So okay, let's go to it. So here we are. So Hans Gruber told Holly McClane, or Holly Gennaro, as she was known as, because she was pretending not to be married. He said, "I'm going to steal $600 million in bearer bonds." I think it was. It was $600 million worth of bearer bonds. "I'm an exceptional thief," he said, in a German accent much better than that. So, Penny, you spotted that someone has got it spot on, have you?
Deirdre Wall.
Well done, Deirdre. Well,
I mean, she's put pounds, but I'm sure she means...
She meant dollars.
She meant dollars.
Well, I said...
Say dollars, didn't you?
It's difficult to find...
She has put it right.
She's corrected it.
Yeah. So, Deirdre, who's new on our quiz.
Well, Deirdre, congratulations to you.
In the main quiz, it's 38.
What did she, 38 in the main quiz.
She's joint
and
second.
She knew exactly how much Hans Gruber was trying to steal in Die Hard. Well, isn't that fantastic? That is amazing.
Excellent.
So we've come to the end of the quiz. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, and you want to give us a review on our Facebook page, it helps us get gigs when the lockdown is over. So if you go onto our Facebook page and you find the review button in the middle of the page and want to give us a review, that'd be fantastic. If you want to share it to your friends so we get more likes, then more people can enjoy quizzes like this. They're always free. So thank you very much for joining. I will invite Lady Penelope around now. Here she is. She does exist. There she is.
Yes.
So Lady Penelope, thank you for keeping the scores, my dear.
That's all right.
Well done. It's a very hard job tonight. She's had the hardest job tonight of trying to keep the scores. Bits of paper flying all over the place. And we'll bid you good night. Have the rest of a fantastic Friday. Stay safe and look out for our quizzes every Friday, and try and come on tomorrow at 8 for our disco night. See you soon.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.